I'm Heather Briggs of My So Quilty Life, and it's time for another skill builder video. Today we are going to focus again on corner squares. So we are going to be putting two corner squares, and 4 corner squares on a square. So these are easy. Watch the last video on how I assembled my stitch length, how I pressed and everything. But what I really want to focus on this video is trimming. Trimming can be super difficult when you do use corner squares because sometimes those pesky little squares, even though no matter how much you try not to stretch them, they stretch, right? Because you're sewing on the bias, it always stretches. I don't think there's ever a time that my corner squares are perfect, but I know what I can get away with to make them look perfect and fit correctly in my quilt, and I wanted to share that with you today. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble these squares to this square, and then these 4 to this, and I want to show you exactly what I do to trim them. So I'll be right back. Okay, I just got done sewing the 2 squares. I sewed them on opposite corners and the 4 squares. Now something I don't know if I mentioned in my last video, but when you do align that background square on your print, you want to make sure that the edges align perfectly so you don't see any of the print popping through the front or the background square showing on the back. Now I did pretty good here, I think. So I sewed them on 2 here and on 4 here. Now on this one, they all touch. There shouldn't be any of the print square showing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim a 1/4 inch away from each of these seams. I'm going to go ahead and press. Remember, using my thumbs and my pointer fingers to pop those seams open and then lay my iron on it so that it doesn't push or pull. Now, one of the things that I want to talk to you about, this one in particular, you have 2 opposite corners here. Now, when you press these, you want to pay close attention that you are definitely not pulling. What you don't want is to have a perfect one here, and then when you press this one open, you accidentally pulled so that it's no longer straight. So you just want to pay close attention to finger press those first and then press them. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I wanted to quickly show you again how I finger press these. So I am taking my thumbs and leaving them on the fabric, and I am pushing that open and putting a little bit of pressure to pop those open, just like that. Now this one's trickier, so what I like to do when I get to the iron on this one, I put my thumbs on those squares and then I pop them open just like that. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of go through, and you're not really pushing, you're just kind of putting pressure down. And this is just going to help me when I get over to the iron to make sure that I am good to go. Okay, I'm going to go press these now. Okay, I have just pressed my pieces. Now I can see they're not perfect, and this is probably what you're gonna run into as well. Nobody is perfect, and that is just fine. We don't have to be, and I will never try to be. So I'm gonna show you really quick how to trim this one. So I know you're looking at this camera upside down. I apologize, my top camera is not put up yet. We just moved, so I'm still trying to film these tutorials with what I have. So you're gonna go ahead and line your ruler up with what your measurements were for that piece right here. So my print square was a 3 by 3. Now what I like to do, these corner squares were 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. I just wanna make sure that those corners are at 1.5 and 1.5. And as you can see here, they're not. They're a little off. Now, what I would do is if this had to perfectly line up with something, I would probably redo it. But because this doesn't, it's not that off. It's a 1/16 of an inch, maybe, max off. So before I cut anything, I'm checking both sides. I'm checking up here, and I'm checking down here. I'm pretty darn close there and there. It's just right here where I'm a little off, and you can kind of tell that right here with all this excess right here. I don't know if you can see all this excess. There's just a little bit, maybe a 1/16 of an inch right there that I'm gonna actually be cutting off because I know this piece does not have to align with anything. And honestly, this is pretty good. Even if it had to align with something, odds are my next piece that I did assemble like this probably would come out pretty similar, so I would be fine. So what I like to do is I'd like to align my ruler up with that piece. It should be pretty close, if not 3 inches. And then I just want to trim off that excess. And we're going to see just how much excess right here. So this is how much I trimmed off. Not too noticeable. It's not going to be a big deal to me in my quilt, but if you like everything to be perfectly precise, you could definitely try again. So now I'm lining up the edge of the piece with my 3-inch and 3-inch lines and trimming off the rest here. Not too much trimming. I think it's pretty good. I would probably not have redone this piece. I think it looks great. So that's how you make 2 corner squares that are diagonal. Let's talk about trimming this guy. This is a square with 4 corner squares. I want to show you what I do. So if this is not lining up with anything else, what I like to do is I just like to take what measurement this piece is. This pink piece is a 3-inch square. So half is going to be 1.5. So I like to line my 1.5-inch line in the middle of each of those corner squares and see where that gets me. Let's see. Right about there is where it's lining up. Then I like to see what's sticking out. If there's a lot sticking out, I might think about shifting it a little bit. Again, this is all gonna matter if this piece is supposed to nest with another piece, but if not, I just go ahead and cut it. This is not gonna be noticeable in your final block. So I cut a little bit of pieces off here. And now I'm lining this straight edge corner here with the 3-inch mark on my ruler. And I'm trimming off there. So there was a little bit of trimmings. Again, you always want to make sure that you're cleaning up or just making sure that your unit does measure exactly what it says in the patterns. But here I have my 4 corner squares and my 2. I wanted to show you really quick what I was talking about if we needed something to line up. So right here, if we were to sew these together, we would want those to line up perfectly. I just want to see really quick where those hit. Obviously I didn't press to nest, but I want to see. So look, that would line up pretty darn good. So as you saw, even though I had a little bit of trimmings left, it did not make that big of a difference. But go ahead and give this a try and see how your corner squares work out. Okay, so we just made these 2 cute units. These can be used in a ton of different ways. This is basically snowballing a square, and these are almost like little leaves that I use in all my patterns. So this would be a great flower, and this would be a great leaf. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these. Again, just some quick tips. You want to make sure that your stitch length is set at a 1.5 or just under 2, so it captures a lot of little stitches in the seam. That's just going to be a tip I always have for you, is your stitch length. And then don't forget to make sure that your pieces are measuring what they should. So these squares were 1.5 inches when I started. So I want to make sure when I am trimming down that that corner of that piece on both sides hits at 1.5. Now you just saw this one was a little off, and because I'm not assembling it with something else, it's going to be totally fine. Do not get upset about it. But if you were nesting, which you also saw me show you what they would look like if they were nested, it really wasn't that big of a deal. My rule of thumb is if anything is off by 1/16 of an inch, I usually keep it. If it's off 1/8 of an inch, that's another story. I'll usually redo it. But I hope you enjoyed learning how to make multiple corner squares. I will see you next time in another skill builder video. Bye guys!